Let's go back to the street. Two boys store potato. Exciting. Guys, we got the kernels on green, the husks on red. That's just on blue.
Comes off to a good start.
They are. Quick early base by Red Devil on blue there. Bubbles put 2 shots into green and getting denied. Unfortunate start for him. Not really the Darwin player that you see getting denied too much.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, definitely. Watching Colonels this morning, they're off to like a fire day. Like they're doing really 100%. Well. So we'll see if they can keep.
As we say that though, Insomniac dropping 2 shots into blue. Unfortunate for him.
Again, like denials in this maze are massive.
It's exactly what we were saying yesterday. Yeah. You guys got to be careful. You know, just breathe. Don't go putting unnecessary shots at the bases. Make sure you're clear. You got that communication. Yeah.
Again, like earlier today, there was a game with over 15 denials.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that just shouldn't be happening.
So many points.
It just shouldn't. So advice is to calm down, guys. Let's get it going. Bubbles looking.
2 bases going down at the same time. Both secured. Hustlers and Colonels up to an early start.
And that puts the Hustlers in like a bit of a weak spot.
That's it.
Because they got nothing out of that. So we'll see if they can pull it back.
Where is all the action? It seems to be pretty chaotic everywhere. A bit going on at blue by the looks.
A bit of that one.
That one's like, yeah. Too easy. So we got that
over there. Yeah, so red. Looks like they're doing a pretty standard hold right now.
Action over at that back door.
Yeah. Gray's under the base, actually. She's been doing really well this comp.
As we say that, blue cracks in. Who's that? Is that Bubbles?
Looks like Bubbles. And Tricky
coming in for a main base.
And he's straight back out, but Bubbles is still in.
That's it.
Tags Morgan.
In his own.
You guys found now that 12 every team's played at least 12 games, that the meta's settled a little bit?
I find that the meta's shifting more and more.
Yeah.
I can't comment so much about Pool B, but definitely in Pool A, especially after that trip to Lim, I found that middle round has been getting played other than that though. Especially like that box up to the old green base round. Seen a lot of cheeky plays and then running looking for some shots in the back, especially on those floats from blue to green.
I feel like it's definitely more the dynamic of what the floaters are doing as opposed to what's actually like the defense structures.
Yeah, get that as well too. As players start to learn the maze a bit more, they learn about the quick positions.
Yeah, exactly.
Twinkle secures this green base. Fantastic.
A full defender green base at that.
That's it.
I'm seeing at least 4 Colonels there, so maybe a bit of a slip up, but they're still holding the lead.
Recrack. Good action over at blue.
Apple holding hard there.
Front door loaded a bit. Player looking to sneak in through the back door there. Green is under. Oh, gets denied by
Scuttles. The coin flip king. Jesus.
He's redeeming himself yesterday.
Insomniac. For 2. Nice little take.
Nice.
With 2 people on his door, he knew. He had the time.
He's completed now too, so he'll be able to spend the rest of this game just kind of farming points and helping secure that first place for his team.
Looks like Twinkle's going for another green, trying to get Cindy Ben through. She's in. She's in the... Insomnia?
Oh, yeah. Like you just said, you get both your bases. We're on the hunt for those points there. Yeah. There's nothing better than that denial bonus.
Yeah, definitely. I've noticed with Pool B especially, very base oriented. Not so much the floats, it's like hard 3-2s, hard committal. So a lot of intensity, a lot of denials, a lot of bases.
As those Pool A games, you see a lot more salute down.
Yeah.
Very much a packed game, whereas
3 total bases.
It was a lot harder to call, that's for sure.
Yeah, Tricky looking in again.
Oh.
Straight deny.
You're losing those one-shot denials into the base, right? Should you be shooting?
Yeah, and they add up too. Like, it's not that bad at the time, but yeah.
I've sort of got the feeling that the field point divide is fairly even between the bases. You might get a little bit less from red with blue and green exchanging a lot, but I feel like the denials affect more as a percentage of the overall game. Like the scores are a little bit lower in general. So
yeah, exactly.
Just speaking about that, tricky
Yeah.
again.
I feel like with the growth, like during the week as well, Reds become less weak.
Yeah.
Like early on, everyone was just getting nothing, but now I think teams are trying to suddenly figure it out.
So, I mean, like, I think players from Red are starting to learn those missions.
With a nice little cheeky one.
Blue, fantastic job by him. They're really starting to put the foot down and rack up some bases here.
Yeah.
Double the rest of the teams combined at the moment. So
It's like we have both red and green trying to crack the front door with blue.
Colonels are having a good day, aren't they?
Yeah.
they've picked up at the halfway point through the comp.
Yeah.
They weren't off to such a hot start, but now, yeah, they're definitely starting to figure things out, I feel.
I am very surprised with the amount of synergy they have.
For sure, an underrated team.
Yeah.
I'm not coming into this comp.
I don't know anything about their training numbers or anything or like their practice, but like if they're a throw together and they came into this, they're doing exceptional.
Just look old into the front pocket red there, and they're really just like shutting down these London Springs really good success.
Yeah, I've noticed in the last probably 3 years, your average player is significantly better at holding panels and things like that. Like that's probably where the biggest like skill increase has occurred. You know, like they're not much smarter or more dynamic or anything like that, but just holding those panels, you know, backing on the walls like that, sort of geckoing over those high shots. Most players are pretty adept at that now.
That's just the overall kind of better shift, I suppose. As you see teams like the Wolfpack start to come into the fold, like these games have really started to slow down on a lot more technical, I feel.
And I guess like when we're training these like teams as well, it's always like why are you standing out in the open trying to 1v1 these guys? Use a wall. Like that's especially in Queensland, drilled pretty heavy. Or Red Devil.
Red Devil, two-shot denial again. So many denials for walking on Grace.
What happened there?
Fortunately.
Looks like it was the elbow around the corner from under front pocket at Red.
Yeah, that's a tough call.
Yeah.
That's a tough call.
It was one of the quieter situations as well, but I guess you don't want to be taking people out. To set the precedent out.
Yeah. I think it's just important to make sure you've got vision of the space that you're looking around.
Yeah, definitely.
I think with a speeder too, there's a lot of tight corners and things like that. You really just got to watch out.
Looks like Blue's hitting green pretty hard right now. Bubbles not taking the shot.
Bit of trading action between blue and green at the moment.
I suppose it's a bit of an interesting arena in the sense that each base, or at least blue and red, have key defensive positions that are on the door. They're not inside the base at all. So there's a lot of questions around how you deal with the traffic because there's going to be two players dueling right at that doorway every single time.
Yeah, and then those doorways also turn into the shooter spots.
Yeah.
So it's like trying to get people out.
Exo goes for his green. Oh.
That's squids.
Makes you so nervous when you see those first two shots go down so quick, and then there's that little delay.
Yeah.
And if Packwolf can get a roll on some bases here,
yeah, definitely.
they're going to be right in it. They're only what 4K, 5K behind, 3 bases down. Yeah, a lot of options.
It looks like a lot of the action is coming to the moment down. So was it green for a second? Then started to shift. The space being so close to each other, it doesn't take.
Yeah, you could almost just go out completely on it, let them fight each other.
As Twinkles cracks into the front door of blue.
Does he go for it? No, he doesn't. Get on the phaser, right? Shoulder check on the way out.
Well, this is super interesting at the moment because we've got green trying to crack blue. We've got blue trying to crack green. Same time, red not doing too much.
Red's completely in.
You can kind of see that on the worm at the moment. The attack points really started to plateau.
Yeah. Yeah, Hustlers could definitely make something happen here as well. They just have to identify which is the weaker of the two.
Sure.
Looks like Green's holding pretty hard though, so...
I've been watching the Hustlers games today, and they're really struggling to get the base counts up. They're finishing most of their games with 1 or 2 bases, and it's a bit rough.
Yeah.
Do they have to commit more into their attack, or are they trying to perhaps create the lockdown game and then back their players like Ling Ling and Twinkles to be able to, win that field point battle? But it hasn't worked for them so far.
That's well advised if you can control the game. But as soon as it breaks open, you play catch up at
That,
that point.
yeah, that's the challenge, isn't it? Is when you want to play that lockdown game, as soon as the other two teams decide, no, we want some bases, we're happy to exchange. You're just behind the eight ball, then you know.
Yeah, he got
The take on green base there by Exo.
Insomniac not able to get that one. Gets the other 4 denials on him, but yeah, Exo finally sneaking on in.
As we speak, Red Devil cracking red. Secures it for his team. It's going to make it really hard for Packwolf to catch up in these last moments of the game now.
That leaves him with one option. Nearly.
A minute left to go.
Yeah.
They need 2 bases to really put themselves into that first position. I don't see these scores changing.
But if it does, banger again.
100%. Nothing better than a close game, right?
Red's finally getting some action now as well.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll be enough.
Ling from the cheese spot, just
didn't leave himself enough time with all those plays at that front door.
Exo as well. Now they're panicking. The scrambling.
So chaotic at the moment. See that back door of red. There's like 4 people sitting around there at the moment.
Yeah. From what I've seen of the Colonels, green is definitely amazing for them. That their holds are very good. They move around a lot. They keep it dynamic. And yeah, it showed, honestly.
Colonels come off to a great finish to that game. 5 bases, 32 bases. I think that first position. I think they'll definitely be happy with it.
Yeah, definitely.
Packwolf's throwing the second, and the Hustlers coming out with third. Just one of those games,
Yeah.
You know?
Not a clean game by any means from any team, realistically.
You add up all those denials that players are dropping, along with the denial bonuses as well. And just start to clean that up a bit.
Yeah.
Some of these teams, especially like Packwolf, might have even had the first in that game.
Yeah, because it's a big turnaround, even if you get the base.
Yeah.
So it's like a 4K turnaround.
You've got to consider as well, if you get those bases early, you put yourself in those positions to be out getting pack points more.
Yeah,